Hi, I'm Ben. I'm the social media marketing manager at King Arthur Baking.
Hi, I'm Kai, our associate recipe editor at King Arthur Baking Company.
My name is Frank Tegedoff. I'm one of the bakers on the R&D team here at King Arthur.
Today we're doing a sugar swap challenge.
And today I'm going to be making Doughnut Muffins.
Doughnut Muffins.
Doughnut Muffins from our website.
So we're going to make two different test versions, one with the leading sugar substitute and one with our new baking sugar alternative, and see which one tastes best. At the end, we'll do a taste test and compare them and find out which of these stands up to sugar.
Very interested to see how this goes.
Before we dive into our test baking, what is a sugar alternative? Basically, it's a product that doesn't have any sugar in it, but you use it as a one-for-one replacement for sugar. So you can make sweet treats like cakes and muffins without adding any sugar to it if that's something you're looking for in your diet. So this is currently the leading sugar substitute, which we'll be testing in one version. And this is King Arthur's Baking Sugar Alternative, which has 0 calories, 0 net carbs, and supposedly 0 aftertaste, but we'll be putting it to the taste test to decide for ourselves.
All right, let's get started.
So test version number 1, we are going to make with our baking sugar alternative.
Now we're going to measure out our baking sugar alternative.
That already smells like cake.
I'm making a half batch of each of these. Because this is a one-for-one replacement for sugar, I'm going to just combine both the brown sugar and the regular sugar that's called for in the recipe and replace both with our BSA, or baking sugar alternative.
Our baking sugar alternative is very finely ground so that we're going to get a nice, smooth batter.
Cream together till smooth. How long is that going to take?
It's going to take us about a minute or so. Now we're going to add the flour and the milk alternately. Start with the dry and end with the dry.
Here is our donut muffin batter made with baking sugar alternative in place of both the granulated sugar as well as the brown sugar. Looks really velvety and smooth. It smells really nice too.
Cool.
Test bake round 2. We are going to make the donut muffins with the leading sugar substitute to see how it stacks up.
And make it in the same way.
Oh my gosh, wow. It kind of smells like Play-Doh to me.
Doesn't smell like food.
Now this is much more granular than ours, and it's got a brown tinge to it.
Whoa. All right, we'll see. Sounds like there's rocks in my bowl.
It's coming together a little differently.
It doesn't look quite as smooth. It looks a little bit bumpy. And when I rub a little bit between my fingers, it actually feels a little gritty, whereas the other one felt quite powdery and smooth. We will scoop it and bake it and let our taste buds decide.
As you can see, I'm going to get batter everywhere. I warned you it would be like this.
We have our product ready to go in. And we'll set a timer for 16 minutes. All right, our muffins are out of the oven. They were in for the same 16 minutes.
Muffins made with baking sugar alternative got nicer color on them.
The national brand is paler. It doesn't brown off quite as nicely.
And I made some cinnamon sugar with each of the sugar substitutes. This is the one with baking sugar alternative.
Very, very fine, very powdery. Made with the national competitor.
It's very gritty. You can hear, wow.
Let's get these buttered and dipped in cinnamon baking sugar alternative. A little goes a long way, but it's butter, so a lot goes even farther.
One.
Sure.
We are going to compare these two versions of our donut muffins.
First, I'm going with King Arthur Baking sugar alternative.
Just want to smell because we eat with our nose too, and it's got a nice rise. I think the cinnamon sugar kind of soaked into the top, so it has almost like a sweet cinnamon sugar topping.
All right. Ooh. Fluffy. Check that out.
We've got certainly a taller, peakier muffin.
Has some flecks of the nutmeg, but overall, pretty good crumb structure.
Pulls apart really nicely. All right, here goes.
Really soft, tender, moist, sweet.
Right up front.
That's very good.
I definitely get a sense of the cinnamon and the nutmeg that come through.
That came together really nicely.
It's nice.
All right, now we're gonna try the leading sugar substitute muffins.
I'm a little scared just because of the way it smells, because it sounded like there were rocks in my bowl multiple times. But I'm ready to be surprised.
So I'm getting some of the same notes when I smell it. I'm not getting the nutmeg. It is still kind of cakey smelling, but there is a little something. I'm not sure if I can put my finger on it.
There's a very low metallic.
It's a little bit gummy here. Like when I sliced it, it almost like gummed together compared to something like this. It looks a little pale. This version definitely got nicer browning, like you could see on the bottom here.
It cracks and breaks. It doesn't tear. The butter really hasn't helped to soften that crust.
So let's give it a taste. Okay. Yeah, there's a little something, and I don't know exactly how to describe it.
There's a cooling. It's pretty bizarre.
Making my mouth cold.
It's still moist, but there is a very low level cooling.
It's kind of like eating a muffin, and kind of like taking a drink of something cold.
It's not as bad as like chewing gum cooling, but it's absolutely noticeable.
Well, I think I'm gonna be composting these competitors, but I'm gonna have another bite of the BSA version to wash this down. This one was really good. If you want to try baking sugar alternative, head to kingarthurbaking.com.